generosity, philanthropy and culture. The traditions of the Shrikshan family are kept unbroken. The late Mr. Vasudev was closely associated with most institutions of public utility, and there was no public movement in South with which he was not associated. The National College and the Srirangam High School owe a great deal for him, gold deal to him for their present flourishing condition. A trustee of the Srirangam Temple of the family has rendered valuable meritorious services for over 3 generations. He was nominated member of Madras Legislative Council. Highly intelligent, orthodox, he was devoted to religious studies. Pandits, musicians found in him one of their greatest patrons. He was loved and respected by officials and non-officials alike. Governors, Lord Benlock, Sardar Havelock, Sir Arthur Havelock, Lord Anfield, all held him in high esteem. Members of the landed aristocracy, as well as the leaders of public opinion and the elite of the educated classes, all alike regarded Mr. Vasudev as a spotless exponent of the best interests of the presidency. He was an unblemished, glorious career who is there in South India and who will please stand. Who has forgotten him? His political views corresponded to the Liberal Party views. He was a congressman of the old type, but was held in high esteem even by the Nawab collectors of old days. He died in 1906 when he was only 29 years old. 1906. And he was only 29 years old. Nobody thought he would die so young. He is right part here. Right, he left behind him his wife, 3 sons and 6 daughters, the eldest being Mr. K. Kiransamya. Then he talks about K. Kiransamya. The 1911 he was elected, K. Kiransamya was elected to the Supreme Legislative Council of this one, as the Ravindra representative. It says Supreme Legislative Council, and he got elected as representing the Zemindars. Mr. Narayan Mama, that is my father-in-law, used to say that he used to go and collect from all these Zemindars the election votes and bring it over. From 1911, then it became Council of State. This Supreme Legislative Council became a Council of State. And he was in the Council of State also. I think right from 1911 to when he died, he was representing the Zemindar's constituency right through. Here now people talk of 15 years or 16 years. Is who is that Bengal he Sasi says he will take it, print it and circulate it all over. And out of the speed, like to have a copy. This, as a matter of fact, why I wanted to mention this is my mother preserved it so furiously, and then she will say, and then, no, why I mention this is that the Kodialam family, or the Vasudev culture is, they never let down that family at all. If there is one function anywhere, it is the whole family will come down. That is, nobody will let them down, and they will all be there together. And they would not brook. As a matter of fact, I still remember my mother really tearing apart one Ananta Another not certain. Oh, he was not there. And one gentleman from Mysore, he was sitting in CV Padmanabhan's house. And then he was a friend of theirs. And then he said something about Roji or something. Not very serious or anything. Then finished for 1 hour. She went on and on. I said, Amma Poluma. He deserves it. No, what I am saying is, this is the bond developed. Vasudev Vilas culture is there. And that is only one of the major things. But they were all absolutely. Oh, they were all absolutely close. They will, and they will, as a matter of fact, it was, I still remember, Narayan Mama should have settled more than 10 marriages of all his sisters, daughters, and this, that, and so on. And everybody will follow that, and nobody can say anything against them. That is Vasudev, they will say that is Vasudev Vilas culture. And no, I think I have spoken enough. But Vasudev Vilas itself, there is one thing I still remember. There is in this one, the main hall, after that Sapad Kudam, Sapad hall irukanga. The main hall, Sapad hall irukanga. Apura the Moolela, that is one Kamra, which is the storeroom for that one. I don't know how Kamra will get it to be. Anyway, every house there is one. Kamra, there is a Kamra. Oh, I see. There's a Kamra there. And then that will be full of bandicoots, which you see, Patupati, even though she used to give Katipan, this, that, and whatnot to all of us, still she will make sure that we are all healthy by giving us castor oil. And not only she will take castor oil and go down to Kotam for the rest of the day. And then this Kashai will come. One day I said, no, I won't go eating it and so on. Then KVS was there. KVS said, no, we have a car. Come down and put it back. I said, finished, I got it to the Kam Road. Immediately started shouting. And anyway, that's only a small diversion.
This was Indira Gandhi visited Jamshedpur.
No, it's
our KVR family.
That's another thing. See, Indira Gandhi had come to Jamshedpur. We had a party in the Dalka bungalow, and we are all invited. And I was sitting in one table, and Kamala was sitting somewhere at the table. And then I said, so I went on taking some pictures of Indira Gandhi here, everybody and so on, close by. I told then that it was about 11 o'clock in the evening when we got back home. And when I got back home, I said, we and the Papa Vandhyana only say the photo of the man. Amma, she rang up the Sumla police at 11:30 or 11 o'clock in the evening and said, no, now I want to meet Indira Gandhi. I said, I cannot take you there or anything. One thing I will do, I will take you into she was staying in the circuit house. I I'll take you into the circuit house, put it in the reception place. The rest of it is your responsibility, sir. When she is leaving at 7:30 in the morning, I will put you at 5:30 in the evening, 5:30 in the morning. Said we got dressed up and so on. Sujata, me and Savita, me and Kamala went there. We were sitting there. There was one Ramanan or something, who was the joint secretary with Indira Gandhi. And then we went and told him what is it you want? We were I am the niece of K.V. Ransamiga, this freedom fighter, she said, and I want to meet Indira Gandhi. Then he went in and told her and so on, and she came back. The chief minister, Jagannath Mishra, was there, and that Raman something was the chief secretary. Both of them were standing in front of it. She was very angry with them because in the room she was in, the paint was wet. She put her hand into her. She was so angry. When she came out, when the chief minister went to see, she put out. She walked straight to Kamala and said, "Oh, Ramasamiga's please. Oh, I see. Oh, what can I do for you? What do you want?" I only want a photo of her. For is that all? You could have sent the papers in that and done that. No. Anyway, then I took a photograph of her around there and so on. And then she said, "Anything you want, you tell me." Andava's Ramasamiga's niece is something great. So, I mean, he's even at that time, much after his passing away, Indira Gandhi had remembered that. Instead of talking about that, Sasi mentioned about Motilal Nehru. When I was, I'm sorry, am I taking too much time? No. This Motilal Nehru passed away somewhere in 1931. Anyway, I don't know what it was. I was studying here, and then our school headmaster was Rajagopal Naidu. Rajagopal Naidu or something. He was the headmaster. He was somewhere else. And then, no, we should have a holiday, Chinadi said. She was his leader for the school. And then I said, no, we were all listening. Then he called me, come here. The gate, school entrance, the station side, entrance so now, I had to obey. So I ran away. Let's ask school will leave alone. Anyway, these are some remembrances of my life in both Vasudev Vilas and Siddhashram. How many years were you there? Vasudev Vilas 2 years, 3 years. Siddhashram 2 years. Siddhashram was, and in Siddhashram there was another thing about Chinadi anyway. See, I had a Sanskrit tutor called Tatamaiga. I don't know if many of you know. That, so he used to come early in the morning, and then we'll have to have lessons and so on before I go to school. And then after 1 or 2 days, 3 days or so, he said, "Can you get me something hot?" Then I went out and asked Patpati, something hot. Then they said, "All right, coffee." Something hot anyway, I coffee kutra. Pata nahi the started for coffee for around. Not something odd. Anyway, thanks very much for all the.
Real Kodialam Meet.
We were very much expecting, but unfortunately, Vapana couldn't come and participate. Even when I was met him about a month back, he was very sure that he will be for the Kodialam function, and then I consulted Suresh and Jayant, then we should have all the elders here joining together. Vapana is perhaps one of the youngest at heart and most lovable person. Even as a child, he did like Lord Krishna. He jumped one generation, and from a grandson he became a son actually of K.V. Srinivasanga, and he took all the activities of Marudur. He participated, and he was imbibed in the family tradition. He had his loving father and loving mother, grandmother, to see that he was brought up, and he became an icon of Marudur for all of us. Even any time any of us meet Vapana, he used to be enthralled because of many of the stories he used to tell us about the family, about the life in Marudur and as well as in the Vasudeva Vilas. And we used to be very looking forward to meeting him. And even at this age, his smile, his ability to get along with the elders as well as youngsters is something very unique. So, though he cannot come participate, I think he has sent Jayant to say a few words on this occasion.
Very distinguished members of the Kodialam family. These are not my words. My father has given it in writing for me to read here. Just the day before, he had gone to see Bunjaka, and he was definitely looking forward to coming here. In fact, Bunjaka told him, I believe, I was not in town. So he was definitely looking forward to coming here, and he was greatly disappointed that he could not make it. So last night, he wrote this note and gave it to me. What I remember about Vasudeva Vilas, Srirangam Pattupati was taken from Siddhashram to Vasudeva Vilas by my father KVS for staying there and spending her last days in that famous house. The building, which was like a chowdhury, was purchased by the Kodialam family at the time of Tata's marriage, and the Kalyana Grahapravesam as well as the Grahapravesam for the newly purchased house was celebrated together. The house was with our family when Tata and Pati were alive. It is once again back as a chowdhury. I remember to have come there from Marudur to Srirangam, both to Vasudeva Vilas and Siddhashram, at frequent intervals. I remember Periyappa, senior KVR, keeping Manda's son Narayanan in one of his laps and myself on the other. I remember Karti always stating, distributing several snacks and urgai in big boxes and distributing it to all her children and grandchildren. I remember Manni, I think Mrs. Chinani and mother of Suresh singing in her melodious voice, particularly Jagadavatarana and a few other compositions of Purandaras. I think Baripat did not very much like going to dramas or even others like KVS and others going to him. The moment they came back from a drama, he used to ask them, I don't know who the Dandayana, but I was told that he was a domestic servant. So that was a contempt that he had for our theatre. I lost my natural mother on the 15th day of my birth, and Kunjaka lost her mother on the 22nd day after her birth. And all of us were brought by my parents, KVS and Pattaman, together. Probably this is the reason for my special affinity to Kunjaka. It is God's will that due to my last minute inability, I am not able to participate in this meet where Kunjaka herself will be there. Another point I remember with very pleasant memories is the extraordinary love, faith, regard and reverence that could all be opened for others to see among the three brothers, KVR, KVS and SN. It is a family trait that should be imbibed and followed by all the members of the younger generation in the family. May God bless the Kodialam family and let us have many more frequent meetings of the family at various places so that people in all the places will be able to participate.
Still remember, KVR was talking with Neelakantaiah and Chief Engineer, Neelakantaiah. Said, KVR, quietly, he used to sing only of the Ujjal and then do this one. And the other where that Chandram is, that was the main hall where we all, it's a meeting hall for everybody and so on. And just next to that was the Sapad, the Vija hall, here in the Kodialam, Sapad. No, you can go into the Chandram. Chandram has got, that is Poonam and
rebuilt. Some portions have been rebuilt. Some portions are left out. Some portions have been rebuilt. Unless somebody makes a clear study and then comes out with a
honor them. Before that, I would say the Kodialam family had traditions and we have been following meticulously most of them. The most important being the 10-day festival in Kodialam. It has started in the family with great reverence and it was continued to attract quite a number of people But the family always used to feel that that is the time all the members can come together without a marriage or any other function. This was a function where everybody used to come and celebrate 10 days of godliness. In my younger age, my father used to always tell me, இந்த 10 நாளைக்கு ஸ்கூல் எல்லாம் நீ போக வேண்டாம், you can go to Kodialam. So every day religiously we used to go to Kodialam, and that was something we had in our heart. Once I remember my father was not here. Father and mother were not there, and father was not there. I took a train from Kodar to the Jiyaburama station. I used to walk and then say, I will attend the Kodialam festival. So that was the type of feeling each one had toward the 10 days of festival, and we happened to be during the midst of that festival. We always think that our youngsters are young or small, whatever it is, and but can you put the next one? Is dear child of younger brother or nephew or like that. We never thought one day this boy is going to continue the tradition of the Suresh. From our younger age, he used to come to our house and I used to go and spend time with him. In between, we had a long gap, but I was always told Suresh never missed a Kodialam family function or the celebrations. So we all feel proud today that this tradition is being maintained with the same power as our ancestors. So I would like both Chitra and Suresh to come over.
Suresh.
Ready to believe how well he has spoken in a clear concept. Otherwise, all the brothers and sisters, some of whom I have not even seen. My closest touch was Sappora Chitya, because I was here and he also he used to live in Srirangam those days. The thing about him is, I recollect now, every time he used to come to Madras, he used to drive the car himself and come to IIT, come to my room. This blue Studebaker, I remember 2084 was the number. We had 1881, another car which was Studebaker, and he had a Jeep also. And he never failed to come and look me up in my room in IIT. After the first 2 years, third year of course, I was very unfortunately passed at the end of the time. And during our days in Srirangam, he used to regularly take us, myself, Sasi and Virji. Used to all, it was a four-son, never used to miss seeing pictures, whether it is English or Tamil or whatever it is. At least once in 10-15 days he used to take us. Other than that, I have of course seen the aunts, Mohantai, Kanantai, Babuntai, Lakshmi, all that I have seen, but not
Williams Road, 32 Williams Road. I used to go and look him up. Otherwise, any of the acting players, seemingly, of course, I had some interaction. Many of them I did not have much interaction.
That is
But
because
I
of my
know
father.
when people
Just
talk
like
about their memories of Kodialam family, the good old times. This gentleman was written this book. He once came and told my father this handwritten form. There was a bank here, the Nobagara Bank, in which your father was also a director. So this gentleman, he came and said, I would like to print it if you can sponsor it. But turns out this print has come. So I was in fact wondering where I can get a copy of this. So those are the old people. They did a lot of good things. They helped the family along.